What is going on, guys? It is the Donny Kashh experience. I have a Toronto music video mogul sitting with me. Brown guy made it. Brother, how you doing?
I'm okay, man. How are you?
Good. Nice
It's
to see you, bro.
always good to see you, man.
Of course. So let's get into it, because you've been in the music industry for a long time and doing the videos and stuff like that, working with a lot of different artists. You definitely have a lot of experience that we'd like to talk about and just understanding your mindset and how you get through it, because you're working for yourself, right? If you don't get music videos, you're not getting paid. It's not like you have a side job and everything. This is your business. This is your life. This is your lifestyle.
100%.
Right?
100%.
So you started off in the security businesses. How did you transfer over into actually doing music videos and stuff like that?
So I always wanted to shoot short films and documentaries on at-risk youth. And obviously, my background is I come from homelessness, right?
Okay.
So it's my mom tried as hard as she could with everything that she could. She tried to hide the fact that, things weren't, meeting and me trying to make ends meet. And as I got older, I kind of seen more and more that it is what it is. So I kind of went from I wanted to do the short films and documentaries, but couldn't afford film school.
Okay.
Right. So I picked up after doing security helped me buy a camera. I bought a Nikon Coolpix something. It was $150. I was like, yo, this is sick. And then my little brother's reading buddy at school, MC Meeks.
Okay.
He was like, yo, brown guy, I'm MCing at Body English tonight. Yo, you want to come grab some photos? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So I went, and instead of doing photos, I turned on the little automatic video settings, started filming everything, created a horrible reel, right? Horrible video. And they're like, yo, this is sick. And I'm like, yeah, man, this is so dope. So it kind of sparked that in me.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, working more and more in security, I ended up buying a Canon T2i.
Okay.
That Canon T2i, I bought it used. I bought a Canon T2i and a Tokina 11-16.
Okay.
And I started doing nothing but nightclubs, right? And it's because of guys like MC Meeks and Curly the MC, and then Monogalis DJs, and DJ Andre 905.
Yeah.
They kind of took me on a club tour, and I just kind of learned. And yeah, man. So I got into that, and then Andre brought me into Royalty Radio,
okay,
which was his radio station. And then from there, he kind of introduced me to the whole hip hop world. I didn't know Toronto had a hip hop.
The artist, nothing.
Yeah, I didn't know nobody.
Yeah.
And then he started introducing me to guys like Devin Tracy.
Yes.
Sazy, Phoenix for Legacy,
Just
The Flan, D Pride. You know what I mean? So he kind of pushed me into it. And then, yeah, man, when I met Blacka is what really kind of took me.
Okay.
And just like a soccer ball kick.
So when it comes to a day-to-day workflow, starting off, how do you go towards music videos? What's your process of creating it? Do you create a whole blueprint of it? Do you kind of just find the scenes and just shoot it? What is your actual process?
So there's a mix, right? There's your artists that kind of want that whole blueprint and pre-production and kind of just trying to make sure that everything is on the tee. But then there's your artists that are like, yo, fam, let's just go shoot, bro. Right? So it's kind of a mix of both. For me, I kind of like the pre-production. I kind of like having a plan in order to execute. I find you get better results, right? I'm not an effect guy. I don't like effects. So it's I can't have you stand in front of this tree here and then have birds come flying out and tanks falling out of the air and this and that, right? I'm not a Razio.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't like that. I like cinematics. So I would rather plan it out.
So when it comes to planning out and doing the storytelling, do you kind of just create a concept around the music, or does it is it work with the music artists kind of life? How does that go forward?
So I'll listen to the record, and in order for me to to film a record, I have to if I don't see an idea as soon as I hear the song, I can't do it.
Okay.
Right? Because then it's gonna be too much work for me to try to figure it out and this and that. So I'll write down what I imagine for the video, but I'll also tell the artist, Yo, can you tell me like what you see, and we'll see if our stuff collide. And 9 out of 10 it does. But remember, I don't know the emotion when the artist wrote that record.
Yes.
I don't know how he felt when he was in that booth. I don't know what he's going through in life. I can only interpret from the record.
Yeah.
So in order for a video to actually hit, you have to pull that out of the artist, right? Because you can just interpret it. I could be completely off from what the artist is actually trying to portray.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of directors that are like, it's my way or the highway. And you can't do that.
Yeah.
Right? This is a creative process.
100%. So let's talk about like early lives before the whole like security. You're talking about homelessness and stuff like that. Talk about your early life and like how you kind of like got to where you are, because obviously you went through a struggle. What was the struggle like? What was the mindset? What were you feeling back then when you were kind of going through all those ups and downs?
So I remember from like a young age. So my grandfather died the day before my 11th birthday.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. You know, it's coming up to, I think, 24 years in a couple weeks. So it's like, it's, you know, so after, you know, he passed, it got really hard for like our whole family. My mom, she tried, she worked, she got really sick, she got better. And then she started looking after like rooming houses, which is like a house with 9 different rooms in it. And normally back then, you know, say guys came out of jail, it'd be the cheapest place for them to live, right? So there's always police around. Was watching like the streets before I knew what the streets were, and like understanding through movies and this and that. So like I was watching guys get hit over the head over rocks. I was watching people get beat up. I was watching people steal things and, you know, just straight fights. So like I really had a choice because I grew up around that. Either go that direction, or take care of my mom and my bro. And I always in my head had it that I was gonna be the success in life. But yeah, man, like in and out of shelters, it was definitely, there was a form of embarrassment as you got older, right? Like I wouldn't let my boys come pick me up from my house because I didn't want them to know.
I see that for a lot. Not all my friends, but there's a couple friends I have, like, so I understand that for sure.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, you go through that because you don't want people to look at you different. You know, you don't want people.
You don't want judgment.
Yeah, right. Like I had one boy who kind of knew what was up, and like he'd help me through thick and thin, no matter what. And actually, like he's still like my brother, right? And he actually manages Blacka. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we kind of came up together, and he kind of helped me push to a direction of success. It's good to have a support group.
So you said that like you knew you were gonna, like, you had this mindset, you knew you were gonna make it. Where did that mindset come from, and how did you keep that mindset going through all those hard times?
Honestly, if I can be completely honest with you, I have no idea, right? It's just, I feel like at a point something clicks in you, and you can't tell where that came from, especially when you're young, right? Like when you're 9, 10, 11, you know what I mean? 12, 13, whatever it is, you don't understand these things, right? It's as you get older, yes, you have to grow up quick, and you have to do things differently than all of your other friends who are there playing Sega and Nintendo and this and that, right? So it's like, yeah, man, I don't know. Something just kind of clicked. And don't get me wrong, I was an asshole kid, right? Like, I would skip school. I would do all the bad things that I could. I'd get high and, you know. But yeah, just at a certain age, I kind of understood that I had to be the rock. Right? If I wasn't the rock, then it wouldn't balance. So I don't know. Something just kind of clicked.
Crazy. That's good though. Like, it's good that it clicked for you, and then you had like a deeper understanding of like maybe where things could go and stuff like that. Where do you feel like you kind of like felt life was like, okay, like, because you did the 2 paths. You had the 2 paths. When did you fully feel like you were on like, okay, this is the path I want? Because obviously you have tendency sometimes to go on the wrong path, even though we're still on the right path. How did you stay on the right path?
I think it was, honestly, it was my little brother. Just seeing my little brother, not wanting him to kind of like have a frustrating life, right? It was just kind of doing it for him, right? I went through multiple businesses before I found one that was successful, right? And even right now, I don't think I'm successful, you know? So it's still a process. It's still a, you know, you still have to make those choices. Yo, do I want to do this, or do I want to keep doing this, even though the money's not coming in right now? Like, how do I push it?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, man, it's just really just for the family. That's what kept me on that path.
So like when hard times happen, music, you know, things are slow. What keeps you pushing forward and like wanting to keep doing music videos versus just getting a 9 to 5?
So like right now I work a job,
Okay.
right? After COVID, money went way down. You know what I mean? Like it crashed. So like I work a job, but it's not like I work a job. Like I chill with my boys who own a print shop and they
Fair
make
enough.
t-shirts and do embroidery and stickers. And my whole branding has always been t-shirts, embroidery, stickers,
Yes.
right? So it's like I'm still being creative. And there's like the freedom, like say I have to say Black wants to shoot a music video tomorrow. Yo, bro, I can't come in tomorrow. All right, cool, no problem.
Nice.
Right? So it's like there's a balance, right? Like I'm not working a regular 9 to 5, right?
You have a lot of freedom within your 9 to 5 where you can just like live your life and do the things you need to. And they respect that.
Exactly. And they line up things for me corporate wise, not even music wise, but corporate wise, which is like the direction I'm going right now. So it's a good setup.
It's good. I love that for you. So like, is that too loud? So basically, I've actually been wondering, you probably answer this question a lot. People probably ask this question a lot. Where did Brown Guy Made It came from? Where did that name come from, brother?
I think interview wise, only one other person has asked out of all the ones that I've
Really?
done. Yeah. Only one. But like in person, all the white people be asking like, yo, you know, like your name's Aaron, right? Yeah, but like, you know, so basically it was grade 9.
Okay.
There was a girl by the name of Joanne. I went to Gordon Graydon in Mississauga.
Shout out to Joanne.
Facts. Shout out to Joanne. I went to Gordon Graydon in Mississauga, and it was a mixture of a school. So there was like IBTs, which is your international business and technology. Then there was like your mainstream, and then your vocationals. I was in vocational. You know, it's like you're not the smartest cookie in the box. But I kind of hung out with everybody, right? And like I was the only brown kid that hung out with like, you know, the Jamaicans, the Asians, the white people, et cetera, et cetera. Like I hung out with
Multicultural.
everybody. Yeah, man, you know, like, so she one day called me brown guy and she's like, oh, it's brown guy. And I was like, what the fuck? Right? Like, what do you mean? And like, to me, like back then it was like a race thing too, right? So it's like, yo, you're calling me brown guy. That's kind of fucked up. Like, what the hell? So I took it and I ran with it. I used to stream on a platform called Blog TV.
Okay.
Before streaming was a streaming, right? And I used to do this prank show called Brown Guy Pranks. So I took the brown guy, turned it into Brown Guy Pranks, and I would have people come into the stream and they'd text me numbers to call.
Oh.
So I would call and pretend that I was like Rogers and Bell, et cetera, et cetera. And it was like, it was so good that people would give me credit card numbers. And it was like a party trick.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was nuts. Like I'd have to mute my stream when they start to give the numbers.
Because
and I'm
you
just
go
like,
this way or this way. Get like,
yeah.
keep going the whole
so
like.
I'm there and I'm just like, okay, yes, okay. So 925, 12, okay. And then I'd unmute the stream, right? Like I wouldn't write down their credit card numbers. I wouldn't let anybody hear it, right? So it's like, I'd take it and people would love it because people would fall for it. So I did the brown guy prank stuff, which kind of led into like me even wanting to shoot videos, like the short films and documentaries from another streamer. And yeah, so I just kind of took it. And then I was like, at that time I was running a web hosting company.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, this isn't working. Let me sell it. I got to get rid of it. It's costing me too much money. Then I made a social network called the Club Hit for nightclubs, right? I ended up selling that. Then I made a game. I ended up selling that. And I was like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I need to figure something out. Finally got that job and then got picked up the camera and that's what took off. But yeah, the brown guy stuff, and it didn't even go as Brown Guy Made It at first. It was Brown Guy Productions, BGMIT. What was the other one? There was like, I don't know, but it was just like, there was just so many different names and just the Brown Guy Made It is what stuck.
That's fair enough.
So yeah, man, it was dope.
So like shooting now and working with artists, what is your like your equipment setup? Because I feel that a lot of people are wondering like, what do you shoot with? What is your gimbal? What is your lighting setup? What equipment do you have and what do you work with?
So right now I have a FX30 with an 18 to 35 Sigma lens adapted with the MC11. I run a small rig cage. I have the RS3 with a whole tilter ring. I have an Osmo Pocket 3 that I freaking love.
I have the Pocket 2, so I know exactly.
Yo, that Pocket 3, I paid $800 for it for the creator combo from an Amazon warehouse spot. And in that first weekend, I made $1,000 just using that.
Paid for it.
Yeah, I was on a tour, like a small tour with Gorilla Nems from New York, right? The Fuck Your Life, Bing Bong. So I was with him, and yeah, man, that camera filmed everything. And it was just like, I'm like, yo, the footage on this is nuts. And I matched it with the FX30. Like when we did Fabulous, it was matched FX30, Osmo Pocket 3.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, you can't tell the difference.
Wow.
Like, yo, it's not about the gear you use. It's about how you use it.
Fair enough.
Right? Like the gear doesn't matter. It's how you use it. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. So that's really my setup. Lighting wise, I use like, I had 2 Aperture 120Ds. I ended up selling one to Of the Saint.
Okay.
And then the other one was just kind of just old. Had it for too long. Traveled too far for it. I don't want to get rid of it. But I use like some Godox lights right now. Some tiny ones that take a V-mount battery.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing crazy. And then if I need anything, I'll rent from like Canada Film Equipment.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So go from there.
So they say like someone's trying to start off. What equipment would you suggest someone that's getting in the music industry, trying to film some stuff? Again, the Pocket 3 is obviously a go-to, but like camera-wise, gimbal-wise, what are some like advice you can give people like when they want to get into this and want to start off? Like they're in high school, they kind of see, they've been watching what you're doing, they just want to get into it. What couple of things can you give them?
So first thing I'd ask them is, do you have a budget?
Okay.
Remember, this stuff is expensive.
Yeah. Yes,
right?
it is.
So what I'd say is, if you don't have a budget, right? Like you don't really have money for this, find a couple friends and film some content with them and just use your iPhone.
Okay.
Right? I've used my iPhone 15 Pro Max in a music video and you cannot tell the difference between the FX30 as long as you color it proper and you know what you're doing. Learn. Then save up your money, and I'd say honestly, go for cheap wise, go for like an A7 III, go for an FX30. Or if you want to go still a little bit cheaper, right now you can pick up like a Blackmagic Pocket 4K. But then you got to remember about all the things you need to make that work.
Yes.
You need SSDs. You need an adapter. You need batteries. You need to rig it. It's not just buy the camera and a lens and go.
Yeah.
Right? So like there's a lot to it. But yeah, I'd say go A7 III, FX30. At least those you can just take the camera, put a lens on it, and just start. So
fair enough. Cool. So you work with a lot of different artists from different genres, like Block of the Dawn, Tyga, Zoe Dallas. How do you approach each artist in each genre when you're making music videos?
So Tyga and Zoe were more concert-wise.
Okay.
Tyga was at a really low point in like early part of my career, but very low. And it was actually Curly the MC that kind of like made me go to that one. And same with Ace Hood, he kind of pulled me to. But
okay.
Actually, no, I lied. It was Ace Hood for Curly. It was 416 All Ages for Tyga. Tyga, I was working with 416 All Ages. Arbor told me to come and film. I came and filmed. That's where I physically met D Pride, Honey Cocaine. But yeah, I had a Tyga drop and my hard drive died. Like, yo, I had the craziest Tyga drop at the time.
I know the ones, bro.
The craziest, bro.
Look, this guy, even the producer's shaking his head. Everybody knows about the.
Even right now, I have a drive. I have a drive that's in repair right now because I was editing a video, and it just stopped. And it was an SSD too.
Your heart drops when the hard drive's like when you plug it in, it's not working. You're like, oh man, it's like it's one of the worst feelings.
Yo, shout out Mr. Ali for fixing my SSD, man. I love you, bro. Yeah, man. Cause yeah, like when that stuff kind of happens, it sucks. But yeah, so Tyga was 416 All Ages. Okay. Zoe Dallas was through Andre 905. So Andre 905 is part of a DJ coalition called Future Star DJs.
Shout out to DJ Andre 905.
Yeah, that's my brother. If it wasn't for him, and like I actually had a conversation with him the other day, and I only hit Andre when like I have something important, right? I think the last time I seen him was like a year and a half ago. And I didn't really even like talk to him, nothing, right? Like Andre's just one of those people where like, yo, we're both busy and I know he's busy. you know, DJing for the 905 Raptors,
Yes.
understudying Four Corners when like, you know, at the ACC or sorry, Scotiabank. You know what I mean? So it's like he's busy. Plus he has his clubs, has a beautiful kid. You know what I mean?
Family.
Yeah, whole family, right? Like, so I don't bug him unless I really need to. So I talked to him the other day and I'm like, yo, bro, like, remember, if it wasn't for you, he's like, yo, shut up. He's like, if it's not me, it's you. It's how you took it. I'm like, nah, bro. If you wouldn't have kicked me through those doors, I would never have taken that step. So shout out to Andre. Love that guy. Andre got me Zoe. And like every time Zoe had come out, it was like I'd brought Blacka, I brought Johnny, brought all these guys because I knew that it was a good situation and position to have like someone like Blacka, right? Like, yo, you're gonna go meet Zoe. Zoe's hot right now. Maybe we can work on something, but it flourished into something else with like the guy that was with Zoe, right? So yeah, man, it's about relationships and network.
It's good to have those people around you where like they know, like, hey, like this is your skill set, this is my skill set. I know this person. Let's both work and help this person out, but then also elevate both of us at the same time. Because obviously, we needed that. It helped out Blocka to basically, you know, she's like, wow, thank you so much. You know what I mean? So like, it's great to be able to facilitate those opportunities with other people and then elevate other people as well. You know what I mean?
100%. Remember, there's a lot of gatekeeping in the industry.
Yes.
And one of the key things is don't gatekeep. The knowledge and information is free. Like, just give it, bro. There's enough food on the table for everybody. There's enough network for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, just don't be greedy with the information.
I feel like the gatekeepers are the people that are like, they know they're not good at what they do. They're kind of just scared and they know that people can overpower them and they just gatekeep just to make sure that they make their money, not realizing that maybe this is not necessarily for them, but they could do other opportunities, but their mindset is so closed that they don't see anything from that.
100%. 100%. And it's like you said, right? It's the scared aspect. Like, yo, this person might come and take my spot if I give them this knowledge. I personally went through it where I had Googled something way back in the day, couldn't figure it out, messaged a big director from here, and they were like, nah, fuck off, go Google it. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay. So I started hitting up like guys like George Rosso and Jacob Owens and this and that. And they were like, yeah, here's the knowledge. I'm like, sweet. But then I also understood that I'm in Canada. I'm really no threat to them. I shouldn't be a threat to anybody here either.
Right?
Because, yo, I'm the type of person where, like, if a director hits me, he's like, yo, brown guy, I have no clients right now. I need something. All right, cool. Yo, take this one. Go do your thing. Because I could care less, realistically. Right? Like, I'm not here to be rich. I'm just here to keep a roof over my family's head.
No, for sure.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I get to make money off of something that I actually love to do and learn. Right? So to me, that's it's beneficial enough.
100%. So like when you're like approaching like new artists and other artists, like what is like the mindset that you go towards it? Like, is it you go very corporate where like, hey, we're signing all these contracts? Is it like more of a handshake thing? Like, how do you approach your clients and like, what is the process for that?
Contracts.
Contracts.
Always contracts.
Okay.
I had a situation a few years ago where I really understood that I need to be a little bit more professional in the way that I do things. So I just introduced contracts. That way we all understand what we're getting on both ends. You know what you're paying. You understand this is a business transaction and that's it, right? So contracts are key. Very, very key.
So I know you have a goal for creating documentaries for at-risk youth.
Yeah.
How's that going? What is your approach towards it? What is that? Like, talk to us about it.
I'll put a little bit from like the beginning. So back to the blog TV thing where I used to stream. There was a young girl by the name of Amanda Todd.
Okay.
She ended up committing suicide. She drank bleach.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Very young girl. There were some guys that came in her chat and they were like, show us your chest. And if you know, she ended up doing it. They took screenshots and they're like, if you don't do more, we'll put it around, whatever. It was a horrible story, right? First off, young girls, don't fall into traps. Please, 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 please. And if you do, go talk to somebody. But she used to be a frequent in my room, right? Like in my streams. And yeah, man, when she passed, it kind of hit a trigger in me. Like, yo, I need to show people how to turn a negative to a positive. So that's my whole goal, is to show youth how to turn a negative to a positive. So fast forward to now, I finally feel like I'm ready. I've actually been working with a charity right now called I Can We Can, where we give out goal books. We go to different neighborhoods, lower income neighborhoods, or talk at different events and show kids about visualization and writing down your goals and how to
Wow.
achieve them. With a gentleman by the name of Peter Tolius. He's been doing this for quite some time. I've been working with him for about like a year and a bit. And yeah, man, he's kind of it's like it's the universe showing me like, yo, now's the time because here's Peter. Peter just got thrown in my face, right? And like he's a very very high energy animated guy, and he's very successful in life, right? Owns a major landscaping company, does this on the side, all out of pocket. There's no funding. There's nothing. Everything's from his pocket on what he does.
Okay.
His goal is to put 32 million goal books in people in the youth's hands.
Wow.
Right. So I've been working with him, and I feel like as I keep progressing with him, I'm able to kind of craft the direction I actually want to go within telling these stories on how to turn a negative to a positive. It's a very touchy subject. I don't want to do it wrong. I want to do it right. And it's one of those things where it can't come across where it's like I'm trying to like, I don't know, like undercut the whole feelings of it and everything else, because it's important, right? Like we've all been through things,
For sure.
right? And everybody's hurt is a little bit different than somebody else's.
100%. Yeah, that's actually a really good way to put it.
You know what I mean? So,
Everybody's hurt in a different way and stuff like that.
exactly.
So, like, are we talking episodes? Are we talking one big documentary?
So-
are we doing Instagram where it's all these different like little reels where it's every person has their own reel and they can kind of tell their story?
So I actually never thought about the individual reels, but that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
I was gonna do like a 20-minute short and multiple episodes,
Okay.
following the life of somebody who's went through homelessness and all these things and finally got somewhere successful, and how they were able to turn negatives into positives, because you can only preach what you've been through.
100%.
Right? Like I can't look at you and be like, yeah, man, I understand. You know what I mean? Like I
be
don't.
hard. It'd
I
be
don't
hard.
understand
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? I don't know what you went through, but I can relate to you in other things.
Yes.
Right? So it's like if I've been through something, maybe my story, maybe things that I've physically seen can help one person who might just have a millimeter of what I'm talking about they're going through. And that might be the fuse or the spark that hits the fuse that allows them to get through everything else.
For sure.
Right? So to me, that's really the main goal of it.
Speaking of goals and dreams, what other goals and dreams do you have for yourself?
I want to buy my mom a house.
Love that.
I want to buy my mom a house. That's the first thing I'm doing.
Let's go.
If I ever make a crap ton of money, because right now I have no money. And like remember, social media is a perception. So I could look at somebody, or people look at me and they think I'm up. I'm super up. I'm like this big director, photographer. I took a lot of things down because I just didn't want to create the perception anymore.
Smart.
Right? So if I ever hit a lot of money, I want to buy my mom a house. I want to obviously buy myself a house. I also want to open up a drop-in center for youth, where if youth are, they're in trouble or they're going through things, they can come there, they can learn things from photography to video, all creative arts.
That's beautiful.
Right? Like I was going to do something pre-COVID.
Okay.
And it was actually going to happen with Gavin from Remix Project was going to give me the space to actually bring kids in, bring different directors in, bring producers in, et cetera, and kind of offer a free program. But then COVID came, so just kind of got squashed. But
speaking of youth and going through hard times, what advice can you give to someone that's maybe in high school, elementary school, that's watching this right now, that's maybe in a bad area, their living situation isn't the best? What advice can you give to them that's gonna like help them move forward? So
there's two things. One, I have a quote that I don't know if I can't remember if I wrote it or I heard it from somebody, but I was like 16. It's a little vulgar, but
let's do it.
life is like a roller coaster. You have your ups, downs, and fucking corkscrews. But at the end of the ride, you're right back in the front of the line waiting for the thrill all over again.
Wow.
Right? So that's something I've lived by my whole life ever since then. So just remember that no matter what you're going through, it'll always get better and you're going to go through it again. Period. There's no, oh, I'm at the top and I'm going to stay here. No. And don't look at other people and judge their situation off of what you see.
Okay.
Somebody could be a billionaire. Let's take Elon Musk, right? I think he's like the richest man in the world. You know what I'm saying? He still goes through depression. He still goes through things. His problems are a little bit more expensive than our problems.
Yeah.
But he still has problems. You get what I'm saying? So it's like everybody has problems. So no matter what you're going through, everything will get better. Just keep focused. Write down what you want to do and just push. That's all it is.
So for those kids as well that like maybe like they're like, wow, like I'm watching this. Are you a person that maybe they can message and like be that person for them where like you can help them out?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. DMs are always there. You know what I mean? Reach out. You know, I don't want to, don't take it as if like, you know, if I don't reply right away, don't take it as if like I'm just leaving you there. But sometimes, you know, DMs are DMs, right? They get lost. Instagram has a wonderful feature where they make Instagram DMs just vanish for no reason.
100%.
So,
yes.
So yeah, but yeah, definitely hit me up, or you know, there's, and I'll try to point you in the right direction of where to go, how to go, and you know, if you actually need to reach out to something higher for help, because there's a lot of kids that might be going through a little bit more of a difficult situation than I could obviously give advice on. So
now, obviously, you got your videography, you got your branding. How do you see yourself expanding it?
I want to go fully corporate. And I want to do music videos that are like, if I do a music video, it has to be a big budget, right? Like I just shot a video with an artist from Florida, and it was like a $20,000 Canadian budget.
Wow.
Which I made nothing from. I put everything into the production.
Wow.
Everything into the production, right? So it's definitely going to be our largest project, and it's going to move into the corporate side where it's like, this is what we actually do. So I just kind of want to go corporate. The brown guy as my, like, you know, because brown guy will always be brown guy, always have been brown guy. I want to move more into like the influencer and doing reviews on different things and interviewing other creatives and stuff like that, right? So like I just want to move that as the brown guy brand, and then the corporate stuff be the corporate stuff, because obviously I can't go to Scotiabank Arena and be like, hey, I own a company, brown guy, I want to shoot the Leafs, and be like, no.
I don't even think you walk in, they don't even look at you.
Exactly, right? But now if I go in there, hey, how you doing? I'm Aaron. I run a production company, et cetera, et cetera. They're going to look and be like, all right, cool, let's see your work. They don't care about your work at the end of the day. They want to see how you present yourself. I could still walk in looking like a bum, call myself Aaron, and probably still get it because the work is there. And I don't like dressing up, so.
So obviously this brown guy.
Yeah.
But is there a team behind brown guy?
Oh, 100%.
Who are these
100%.
people? What do they do for you? How did you meet them? Give me a couple stories.
So, my right hand is TK.
Okay.
Right? Goes by TK the Shooter on Instagram. I actually met him at a Black and the Dawn video shoot. He was shooting the video and I was doing the behind the scenes.
Wow.
And yeah, man, him and I have been like, he's been my right hand ever since. And then we have I bring in a lot of like new coming into the industry, right? Sometimes it's paid, sometimes it's not paid. But I always tell them like, yo, once you have the knowledge from me, just push, go through, right? So my team's always changing. But I have a few people that I can always call, like my name French. I can always call on like a photographer by the name of JZB. She's super dope. She went to Remix. Crazy creative. Yeah, man, it's and then my little brother, I sent him to film school and then told him to drop out because I was teaching him more than the teachers were.
Fair enough.
And I won't mention what school that was, so 'cause I don't want to get slapped by anybody with a lawsuit. But yeah, so like, yeah, film school wasn't it. So I told him to get out of it. And now he comes and he helps me on sets and does what he has to do.
Cool.
Yeah, small team, but it's always
That's dope.
changing.
That's dope. That's good. So like when you're working with these people, like what is your mindset and like how do you like go forward as being like that guy? Because like now you're the not necessarily the boss, but you're the leader of the group.
Everybody's on the same playing field.
Okay.
Everybody. If you came on my set and you were like, yo, Branga, what do I do? What do you see that needs to be done? I'll give you the outline, right? But yo, we're all on the same playing field. If I have to hold the camera and go put up a light, I'm gonna do it, right? If you see something that I don't see, you're gonna tell me, yo, brown guy, you need to fix that. Like, oh snap, I didn't see that. That's why it's good to have eyes and yes, everybody plays their own role, but if you have like a hierarchy, it's never gonna work.
Fair enough.
Because everybody thinks, oh, yo, this person might have an ego. And that's another thing. I can't deal with egos. I cannot deal with egos. I hate when people come to me like, yo, brown guy, you're a Toronto legend. No, I'm not. I am brown guy, a guy who holds a camera that half the time doesn't know what the heck he's doing. I just do it. You know what I mean? So it's like everybody's on the same playing field.
I love that. How do you like restart and reset yourself? Obviously you had like a long week sometimes. Some people like going in the forest, some people like meditating. What is like your getting back to yourself, or getting back to being Aaron?
So there's a couple of things. I love sitting by the water.
Okay.
And I love going for long walks, right? I really like to walk. But ripping Pokemon cards, like just opening up packs.
Love that. Okay.
It's a sense of nostalgia, right? So like that will definitely help you like bring the stress levels down.
Yeah. That's dope, brother. Is there anything that you'd like to say? Any shout outs you'd like to do? Any words of wisdom that you'd like to give the people?
I mean, just we're in a time right now where it's very unpredictable in the world. Just stay focused.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing I can say is just stay focused and don't let anybody don't let anybody tell you any different than what you think of yourself. And don't let anybody devalue you. That's it. Shout out Wise, shout out Blacka, shout out Donny, bro.
Appreciate
I love you. I remember the first time I met you.
Yes, sir.
Before the whole situation, you were always high energy, always happy, and you're still always high energy, always happy.
I try, bro. The thing is, like, I just saw how beneficial it is because, like, there's days I can walk into a room and I can just be like you know, like tired and stuff like that. And then I can walk in a room and I can light it all up.
Yeah.
And I prefer to light the room up because it's just such a better feeling and just like helping people out. So thank you for acknowledging that. And like, I've been, that's what I'm really striving for.
I'll say it is like, yo, sometimes I might not talk to you all the time. We might not see each other.
Of course.
You might not see me interact, but like, I see the posts. I see you sitting in your car, always high energy. Like, yo, you motivate me to get out of certain slums.
Thank you.
So that's why when you hit me, you're like, yo, I have this podcast. I want to do this. I'm like, cool, let's do it. I didn't ask you what it was.
No.
There's a respect there that I have for you. And just know that I'm proud of you, brother.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, bro. I love you, bro.
Of course. I love you too, man.
Yeah. My guy.
My brother.